Students, in chapter work energy, today we will study the potential energy. This is another form of energy. It's called the potential energy. Potential energy. Okay. Potential energy means you have just studied that the kinetic energy means if something is moving, if a body having a mass and is moving with some velocity, it means it has some kinetic energy in it. And what is about the potential energy? The potential energy means if you keep something at a particular height, suppose this is a box having the mass m and you are placing this box to this height, it means that now this box has some amount of energy because some work you have to do to put this box to this height. It means this work is stored in the form of energy in this box. And what is the form of this energy? And what is this form of energy? It is called the potential energy. So potential energy is basically due to the change in position, or we can say due to the deformation, or if we change the shape of an object, like this is a spring, and if we tie this spring, what will happen? It will gain some energy in it, because by if we remove our stretching, आप उसको tight कर रहे हो, आप उसको tight करना बंद कर दो, what will happen? It will open itself. So how it's able to open itself? Because it has an amount of energy which is called the potential energy. So potential energy can be divided into the two parts. It can be a gravitational potential energy, gravitational potential energy, or it can be elastic potential energy. So what is about the gravitational potential energy? If we keep something to the particular height, if we keep an object to the particular height, it means we do some work to keep this box here, and this work is stored in the form of energy in this box, and this form of energy which is stored in this box is called the potential energy. Because if we release this box from this height, what will happen? It will comes down its own due to the we can say due to the gravitational force, attraction due to the earth, but it has some amount of energy in it which is called the potential energy. So this is the gravitational potential energy. If something is kept to the particular height, it means energy in a body due to its position is called the gravitational potential energy. You can also write the definition of gravitational potential energy. That is, it can be write like this: the energy possessed by a body due to its position. The energy possessed by a body due to its position is called gravitational potential energy. It's called gravitational potential energy. Okay. Now the another form of energy is called the elastic potential energy. Elastic potential energy. What is about the elastic potential energy? It is this energy is due to the change in the shape of the body. For example, I explained you that if we deform the shape of a body, like if we tight this spring, what will happen? It will gain some energy because we do some work on this spring for deform it. So this energy which is stored in this spring is called the elastic potential energy. So we can say elastic potential energy is due to the change in the shape of the body. The change in the shape of the body can be brought about by the compression. It can be by stretching. Suppose this is a spring and you are going to stretch it. So this deformation can be by compressing. It can be by stretching, by bending, by twisting. It can be of any form. So this form of energy is called the elastic potential energy. So we know that the work is get stored in deformed body, and this energy which is possessed by these deformed bodies is called the elastic potential energy. Okay, these are the two different forms of energy. There is a different examples for the elastic potential energy. Suppose this is a gulail, you know the gulail, and you stretch its rubber to some height, to some distance. Sorry, you stretch this rubber. Since you stretch this rubber, and if you release it, what will happen? The stone is moves forward. And how this stone is able to move forward? Because if you stretch this rubber in your direction, in this direction, what will happen? You are doing some work to stretching this rubber, and this work is getting stored in this rubber in the form of energy, which is called the elastic potential energy. And if we release this rubber, what will happen? By releasing it, this energy is changed in another form of energy, that is called the kinetic energy. So this is the elastic potential energy. You can also write about it like elastic potential energy, elastic potential energy, which is due to a change in the shape of the body. And this change can be compression, it can be stretching, or it can be bending, it can be twisting, it can be anything like this. So these are the different forms of potential energy, that is gravitational and the elastic. Now what is the formula for the potential energy? Formula for the gravitational potential energy. Okay, for the formula, first we can say that suppose this is an object having the mass m. This is an object and it has a mass m, and this is the height h, and you want to put this box to this height. Okay, now you will do some work to put this box to this height. Now this work is getting stored in this box in the form of potential energy. And for this derivation, first of all you have to write what are these symbols represent, like what m represent, what h represent. So you can say let a body of mass m is raised to a height of h above the ground, above the surface of the earth, or above the ground, let g is the gravitational force which is exerted by the earth. So the force acting on the body, the force acting on the body is gravitational pull. Why you have to do some work to put this box to this height? Because due to the gravitational force which is acting by the earth on this box. So we have to do the work against the gravitational force. So this work is stored in the form of potential energy. So now we can say gravitational force of the earth, that is m into g. So what is the force exerted by the earth on this box which having the mass m? That is equal to m into g, because we know that F is equal to m into a, and here a is acceleration due to gravity. So we can say the force exerted by the earth on the box is m into g. Okay, now the work done by us on this box is equal to force multiplied with the W is equal to F into S. So we can say force multiplied with the distance. W is equal to F multiplied with the h. Now the distance is h, and F is equal to m into g, because F is the force which is exerted by the earth on the box, which is equal to m into g, and multiply with the, what is the distance, that is h. So this is the work done which we do for putting this box to this height. Now this work is stored in the form of potential energy. So we can say the potential energy, we can say the work is stored in body as potential energy, So potential energy, we can represent it by using P into E, not into PE. Potential energy is equal to m into g into h. So this is the expression for the potential energy. If you want to find the value of potential energy in a body which is kept at the particular height, you can find it by using this formula, that is m into g into h, where m is the mass of the object and g is the gravitational force, acceleration to gravity, and h is the height to which you are placing the object. There are some numericals which we are doing for potential energy, which are related to the potential energy. First question is, if acceleration due to gravity is 10 meter per second square, what will be potential energy of body of mass 1 kg kept at a height of 5 meter. Okay, the acceleration to gravity is, that is g is equal to 10 meter. Here g is equal to 10 meter per second square, and the mass of the body means m is equal to 1 kg, and kept at the height of means h is equal to 5 meter. So now you want to find the value of potential energy is equal to m into g into h. Now put these values. M is 1 kg, g is 10, and what is height? That is 5. So it will be 50 joule, because we know that the SI unit of energy is always a joule. So potential energy will be 50 joule. Now another some different questions, more questions for the potential energy. A bag of wheat 200 kg, to what height should it be raised, so that the potential energy may be, now the potential energy is given the question, potential energy is 9800 joules. Now g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. Okay, now the question, we know that m is equal to 200 kg and potential energy is, it is 9800 joule, and the value of g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. So what can be the value of what we have to find? Height, h. So according to the formula, potential energy is equal to m into g into h. Now you can put the values, like potential energy is 9800 is equal to mass is how much? 200 into g is 9.8 and into h is equal to, you have to find it. Now इसको मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं, नीचे लेके जाते हैं, तो h is equal to 9800 डिवाइडेड बाय 200 मल्टीप्लाई विद द 9.8. सो पॉइंट हटाए और ज़ीरो लगाते हैं, और इससे 1000 टाइम कैंसिल हो गया है, और ज़ीरो से ज़ीरो कैंसिल करते हैं. सो इट विल बी 5 मीटर. सो द हाइट इज़ 5 मीटर. Do you want to do more questions for the potential energy? I think no. It's enough. Now we will study the power. What is the power? Power means the rate of doing work. In how much time you can do your work is the power. Now, it means how much work you can do in 1 second is actually the power. Suppose you and your friends are doing the same work. You and your friends are doing the same work, and you are moving on a stair. These are the stairs, and you are moving on the stairs and with a heavy load, and you have to put this load to this height. I think the work done will be same for you and your friend. This is you, and this is your friend. So the work done for both of you are same because you are doing the same work. Your mass can be different. Suppose they are both of you having the same mass. So mass is same, height is same, and g is same. So it means you and your friend are doing the same work. Now, what is about the power? Power means how much work is done by you and your friend in 1 second is called the power. आप में से जो भी जल्दी काम को ख़त्म कर देगा will have the more power as compared to the other one. कि suppose आपने इस काम को किया 10 seconds में and your friend take it 15 seconds. Then which has the more power? You have a more power. Why? Because the rate of doing work, the way work is same. Now the work is same, and if you are taking less time as compared to your friend, it means you have more power. This power is larger as compared to this one. So power means the rate of doing work. The rate of doing work. How much work you can do in 1 second is called the power. So we can write the formula of power. This is the definition of power. The rate of doing work is called power, and power is equal to work done upon time taken. Work done upon time taken. Okay. Now what can be the SI unit of the power? Since power is equal to work done upon time, and work done has the SI unit of joules and time has seconds, so we can say the SI unit of power should be joule per second. And we also represent this unit, this is the unit of power. We also represent joule per second by watt. So this is the SI unit of power. This is the watt. We represent watt by the symbol W. We can represent it by using the symbol W. Okay, this is the SI unit of power. Power is the rate of doing work. Its formula is work done upon time taken. Its unit is joule per second according to the formula, but we write joule per second as a watt. So we can say the SI unit of power is equal to watt. And what is the relation between the watt and the joule per second? 1 watt is equal to 1 joule per second. Okay. So if someone asks you what do you mean by saying that the power of something is 1 watt, it means it can do 1 joule of work in 1 second. If something has a power of 1 watt, it means it can do 1 joule of work in 1 second. Okay, now for the appliances which you use in a home, there is a power for those appliances. Like you are using a bulb, and this bulb has a power of 60 watt. So what is the meaning of this one, that 60 watt has a power of this bulb? It means the electrical energy consumed by this appliances in 1 second is 60 joule. Okay, so you can also write the power like this: the power of an electric appliance tells us the rate at which electrical energy is consumed by it. It means how much electrical energy is consuming in 1 second. So this is the power for the appliances. Since watt is a very small unit, 1 watt is equal to 1 joule per second. It's a really so small unit. So we also use the bigger unit of power, that is kilowatt. Kilowatt. And what can be the relation of kilowatt and watt? 1 kilowatt will be equal to 1000 watt. Okay. There is another more units for the power, that is megawatt. Mega means power 6. Megawatt. Megawatt means 10 to the power 6 watt. 1 megawatt has 10 to the power 6 watt. One more unit which we generally use for the power, that is the horsepower. You have learned in your bike, in your scooters, that is horsepower. And what is the relation between the horsepower and a watt? 1 horsepower is equal to 746 watt. Okay. So this is the relation between the horsepower and a watt. Or horsepower is a very common unit generally we use for your vehicles. Now some numericals which are based on the power. First one, a body of mass 20 joule of work in 5 seconds. Work in 5 seconds. What is the power? What is the power? Power is equal to, we know power is equal to work done upon time. So how much work is done by it? 20 joule of work is done by the body, and the time taken by it is 5 seconds. So the power will be 4 watt. The SI unit of power is watt. Other questions like, what is the power of the pump? What is the power of a pump which takes 10 seconds to lift 100 kg of water tank. It want to lift 100 kg of water to the tank which is situated at the height of 20 meter. Now it is given the question, that is G is equal to 10 meter per second square. Now you have time is equal to 10 seconds, mass is equal to 100 kg, and the height is equal to 20 meter. And also you know the value of G. Now you have to find the power. Power is equal to work done upon time. And first we can find the value of W. And then after that we can find the power, or we can use W is equal to M into G into H upon T. So what is the mass here? 100 multiplied by the G is 10 into H is how much? 20, or divided by time is 10 seconds. So answer will be 2000 watt. Okay. This is the power of pump which takes the water up to the height of 20 meter. So these are some simple numericals of power. Okay, one more numerical. One more numerical of power. Third, an electric bulb consume, I am only writing the values which is given in the question, consumes 7.2 kilojoule of electrical energy. Actually this is energy, 7.2 kilojoule, or we can say 7 multiplied with 1000, it will be 7200 joule. Energy in 2 minutes. So the time is 2 minutes, and we know that the SI unit of time is equal to seconds. So we have to represent it. We have to change it in seconds. That is 120 seconds. What is the power of the electric bulb? Now for the electric bulb, we know that the rate of consuming the energy is called the power. According to the means for if you are using the power for the appliances, we can say power is equal to energy consumed divided by the time. If you are using the power, this term for the bodies, so we will say the work done divided by the time. Or if you are using the power terms for the appliances, we can say the energy consumed divided by the time. Now how much energy is consumed by the body? This is 7200 joule, and divided by the time is how much? That is 120. So the answer will be how much? It will be 60 watt. Now the power is 60 watt. These are simple numericals of electric power. Now in next video we will study the commercial unit of energy and the different transformation of energy, how the one energies can be transferred into a different form, another form, and the one more law, that is the conservation of energy. Okay, till then, bye.